Red Cross President and CEO Gail McGovern says you need to develop an evacuation plan and practice it, especially with your children. It takes just 2 minutes for a home to be engulfed in flames.
Practice those drills. We all think our kids know what to do. They don't. We need to teach them. We have started a large campaign where we're going into vulnerable communities and helping install smoke alarms. Already 92 lives were saved, and 4 of those lives were saved by a 5-year-old girl who remembered what we taught them during these fire drills, and she got her family out. We also have a slew of free apps that people can download onto their smartphones. It's what to do in every kind of disaster you can imagine, how to prepare and how to recover.
To help support all the Red Cross does and to make a financial donation, go to redcross.org. That's redcross.org.
And welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Welcome in on a beautiful Friday night for high school football. We do have several finals that have gone final, or I should say several games that have gone final. Class 6A Region 8 Gaston City over May Jemison tonight, 53-0. Now last night, Lee and Buckhorn met. Buckhorn gets a win 38-20. In Class 6A Region 7, Coleman a winner tonight over Columbia 35-6. In Class 5A Region 8, it was East Limestone over Lawrence County last night 54-13. Westminster Christian Academy over Madison County last night 70-42. St. John Paul II scores 21 unanswered as they get a win over New Hope 27-20. Tonight, Class 4A Region 6, Haleyville a 46-6 winner over Curry. Other games from this evening, Class 3A Region 7, Madison Academy a 49-7 winner over Vinemont. It was J.B. Pennington a 55-0 winner over Brindley Mountain, that one coming from last night. Danville a 49-6 winner over Asbury, that coming last night as well. Class 3A Region 6, Geraldine a 16-13 winner tonight over Westbrook Christian. And it's Plainview getting a late field goal last night to get the best of Sylvania 33-30. Class 2A Region 7, it's Fife over Sandrock 70-14 this evening. And it's Meek shutting out Shoals Christian 63-0. Those are the finals that we have had come across the desk for you this evening. Other final scores. Let's see if we have any more that have gone final. Of course, this is week 7 of the high school football season. And yes, we do. The Etowah Blue Devils, they get a win tonight over Hanceville. That one, 48-7. So Etowah, a huge winner tonight as they keep their fantastic season rolling right along. The Blue Devils, they get a win tonight, 48-7 over Hanceville. So we'll mark that one down in the books. There we go. Etowah winners. All right, let's continue on. Let's see what else we have. Haleyville, we mentioned that one. They're a winner tonight. We got a Southeastern over Locust Fork, 14-12. It has gone final. Mars Hill Bible does shut out Phil Campbell tonight. That one, 56-0. Of course, Mars Hill Bible, the top-ranked team in Class 3A. They dominate Phil Campbell. They get a win there. Those are the newest finals that have come across the desk. So we're just trying to we've got a lot of partial scores for you, and we will get to those partial scores here in just a second. But we do want to just continue to keep filling in all of these scores that we have for you this evening. And Collinsville, we got a new one. Collinsville and Eider. Collinsville gets a 41-12 win tonight over Eider. So that one has gone final. Collinsville 41, Eider 12. So we put that one in the final column. So this is that time of night where a lot of final scores are just going to be coming in all over the place. And Piedmont, they get a final. There you have 45-10 winners tonight over Glencoe. So Piedmont puts a win in the column. And we've got finals coming in all over the place. So let's get a final break in here on the Blitz Sports Radio. When we come back, we're going to be live on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing: helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of the Stanton Law Firm. Stan, I guess you are the Stanton in the law firm.
Yes, Wes, that's me, and we started the Stanton Law Firm so that myself and 4 other attorneys with me can help clients litigate, negotiate, and creatively solve legal and real estate problems.
Now, Stan, you grew up on a family farm in this area and have made a name closing on houses and land with your closing company, Jacob Title.
I grew up on a farm which used to be in the country. That, plus having closed on so many homes and farms, one of my colleagues started referring to me as a classic dirt lawyer. Now, I didn't know how to take that at first, that tag, but I realized that's exactly what I do and what I am.
And I know the attorneys at Stanton Law Firm are regular listeners, and we plan to have you on periodically. You and I have seen have impacted this community.
Stay tuned, and you may hear about friends like Steve Booker, Clarence Johnson, Thomas Boyd, and even a few of those offensive line hogs like Hoss Johnson, and maybe you remember some other of those guys too.
I remember Clarence Johnson. He beat us one year. He was unbelievable.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Bailey Custom Boats. We knew our boats were special when we would stop at any outdoor store to stock up on supplies for a boat trip, only to come back out to the parking lot and see people standing on and around our boat and a confused sales rep telling them it's not for sale and they don't even have that type of boat. Fast forward a few years, and now you can buy your very own one-of-a-kind Bailey Custom Boat. We hand cut our wood from cypress we pull from the river in Mississippi. There's a lifetime warranty on the bill, faster and more maneuverable like a ski boat, and better fuel mileage than any pontoon on the market. With 350 horsepower, a Bailey custom boat will go 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. And our custom boats are Coast Guard approved for offshore and virtually unsinkable. We'll be showcasing our custom boats at different lakes over the next few weeks. Find out where at BaileyCustomBoats.com. On YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're taking orders now for 2023 delivery from April to May. You gotta pay to play. BaileyCustomBoats.com.
What's the matter, honey? Can't sleep?
Ugh, it's this heartburn. At night, it's the worst.
Heartburn? Again?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm going to kick acid with Rolaids.
Rolaids Advanced goes to work instantly for powerful relief of your worst heartburn, bloating, and gas.
Feeling better?
Much better.
That was fast.
Kick acid and gas with Rolaids Advanced.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
In Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock, on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
Are you ready for some fantastic high school football? It is week 7 of the high school football season, and folks, you better buckle up because this is where things get interesting. Once that calendar turns to October, these games mean a whole lot more to pretty much every team across North Alabama, and they do. Remember, week 1, week 2, we say you cannot lose a region title in those first 2 region games, but you can put yourself behind the 8 ball. Tonight's the night where you can put yourself in contention to win that region championship. Folks, you can go almost to the point of winning it outright or winning a share of it tonight. We could have teams win a share of a region title tonight. We could have teams clinch first-round home playoff games this evening. Once that calendar turns to October, games mean a whole lot more, and they do tonight. Welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Let's get you caught up on some of the finals that we have. Finals are coming in fast and furious around this time like they do each and every Friday. And let's get you caught up on what we have real fast. In Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City, a winner tonight over Mae Jemison, 53-0. It's Fort Payne over Hazel Green, 46-14. Last night, Buckhorn got a win over Lee, 38-20. Class 6A Region 7, Coleman, a 35-6 winner over Columbia. In 5A Region 8, West Point shuts out Ardmore tonight, 21-0. East Limestone, a 54-13 winner over Lawrence County. That one coming on Thursday night. Arab, a huge 56-17 winner over Boaz this evening. Priceville, in Class 4A Region 8, they get a 41-14 win over North Jackson. Westminster Christian Academy, 70-42 winners over Madison County on Thursday night. St. John Paul II scores 21 unanswered. They get a win last night over New Hope, 27-20. Tonight, Wilson in Class 4A Region 7. They're a 33-21 winner over East Lawrence. In Class 4A Region 6, Haleyville gets a 46-6 win over Curry. And it's Etowah getting past Hanceville, 48-7. That's Class 4A Region 6. These are all finals that we have coming across the desk right now. In Class 3A Region 8, Mars Hill Bible, the top-ranked team in Class 3A. No problems tonight with Phil Campbell. They cruise 56-0. Moving into Class 3A Region 7, Madison Academy, a 49-7 winner tonight over Vinemont. J.B. Pennington shuts out Brindley Mountain 55-0. And Danville over Asbury 49-6. Now, both of those games were Thursday night scores. The only one in Class 3A Region 7 to play tonight was Madison Academy, and they get that 49-7 win over Vinemont. Class 3A Region 6, Piedmont, a 45-10 winner over Glencoe. It's Geraldine, a 16-13 winner over Westbrook Christian. Plainview gets a late field goal last night over Sylvania, 33-30. Other scores from this evening in Class 2A Region 8, Falkville, a 28-6 winner over Red Bay. Class 2A Region 7, Fife, no problems with Sandrock, 70-14. Pisgah, all over North Sand Mountain, 41-14. And Collinsville gets the best of Eider tonight, 41-12. So that's all your entire Class 2A Region 7. They are all in the clubhouse. Class 2A Region 6, Southeastern, 2 better than Locust Fork, 14-12. And Meek, a 63-0 winner over Shoals Christian. Those are the finals that we have for you as of this moment. Now, that doesn't mean we've got more finals that are coming in. As I'm reading them, I am sure that we probably have had more finals, because these games tonight, we are keeping a huge eye on pretty much the entire Class 7A Region 4. Austin was trailing James Clemens late in that one, so we are really keeping an eye on that final, hoping that one comes final. Florence was in control over Huntsville late in that one, so we're seeing if Florence able to put an F into the column or a W in the column there. One Tennessee score has gone final. Giles County over Columbia Central, 49-28. That is just north of the border. Of course, David O'Connor, the head coach of Giles County, the Bobcats, former Lee General head coach, now up there north of the border. See if we got any more finals. Don't have any more finals. How about some of these partial scores? Florence over Huntsville, 27-7. That one's late there in the second half. Tanner, no problem. Well, Lexington, all over Tanner tonight, 52-14. That one in the fourth. Muscle Shoals extending that lead over to Decatur now in the fourth, 42-28. Bob Jones holding on to a 7-point lead over Sparkman right now, 41-34. And it's the Austin Black Bears late in the fourth quarter holding on to a 1-point lead over James Clemens, 34-33. It is Hatton all over Sheffield in the fourth, 60-28. Deschler over Central in the fourth, 45-21. Brooks holding on to a 3-point edge over Rogers in the fourth, 24-21. So as I mentioned, we have got a lot of fantastic ball games going on right now. A lot of great games, a lot of great stuff happening all across North Alabama, and we are just trying to keep you updated on everything that is going on, because we mentioned Class 7A Region 4 at the start of the night. The Austin Black Bears perfect, 4-0. Florence 3-1. Huntsville 3-1. Sparkman, Bob Jones, James Clemens all coming in at 2-2. So something is going to give tonight. Now in Class 6A Region 8 at the start of the night, Gadsden City, a perfect 3-0. Gadsden City gets that win tonight, 53-0 over May Jemison. So Gadsden City moves to 4-0. May Jemison falls to 0-4. So Fort Payne, they got a win over Hazel Green, 46-14. They are 3-1. Hazel Green falls to 2-2 in region play. So your updated Class 6A Region 8 standings right now look like this. Gadsden City, a perfect 4-0. It is Fort Payne at 3-1. Hazel Green, Buckhorn knotted at 2-2 apiece. Lee and May Jemison. So if the playoffs started tonight, you would have Gadsden City, your number 1 seed, followed by Fort Payne, and virtue of the tiebreak, Hazel Green would be your 3 seed, Buckhorn would be your 4 seed. So those are your Class 6A Region 8 up to the minute standings. It is 9:33 here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford. We mentioned that Class 6A Region 7 showdown between Muscle Shoals and Decatur. Muscle Shoals kind of pulling away in that one. This one's pretty big because Scott Baisden, this is his 15th season on the sidelines for the Trojans. Jer Adcock, head coach of the Decatur Red Raiders, has been on the sideline for 27 seasons. comes in with 184 wins. Scott Mason comes in with 132 wins. So combined tonight on the sidelines, there was a 316 win total between both head coaches. That's pretty impressive. Now, a Decatur win tonight, they would wrap up a home playoff game. Then next week, they would have faced Hartselle for the region championship. And I said face because I know there's still time on the clock and anything is possible. But right now, this one does appear to be going the way of Muscle Shoals. Now, the Trojans, they were trying to rebound or are trying to rebound from that tough loss last week to Hartselle. A win tonight, then a Decatur win next week could keep the Trojans at home in that first round. But a win tonight for Muscle Shoals would put them ahead of Decatur for that tiebreak and would keep Muscle Shoals at home for the first round of the playoffs. That would bounce Decatur down to the 3rd seed. Now, Decatur does have the tiebreak over Coleman because Decatur did get that win over Coleman. So next week is a huge game still for the Decatur Red Raiders. They still could force a 3-way tie atop the Class 6A Region 7 standings if they're not able to get the come-from-behind win tonight. So there's still a lot of football left to be played. A lot to decide on who gets that championship as well as the first-round playoff games in Class 6A Region 7. But your state rankings look like this. Hartselle started the night number 6 in Class 6A. Decatur 8, Muscle Shoals comes in at 9. In Class 7A, the only team from North Alabama to crack the top 10, the Austin Black Bears, thanks to that ever so impressive win streak that the Austin Black Bears are on. Red hot winners of 5 straight. Now, we mentioned that Austin-James Clemens game. James Clemens, just 2 wins on the season, but just the right 2 wins. They have Albertville and Grissom left on the schedule, does James Clemens. So if somehow they can hold on or get that come-from-behind win, because remember, they were trailing by 1, 34-33 in the fourth quarter. If they can get that come-from-behind win, that would set themselves up pretty with the remaining 2 games that they have on the schedule. Let's see if any more of these games have gone final for you this evening. Trying to scroll down here. Our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show staff doing everything they can to keep us up to date. And it is final. Hartselle does indeed go on to get the best of Athens, 45-21. So there you have it. The Hartselle Tigers put themselves off to a 4-0 start in region play. The Athens Golden Eagles, they fall to 0-4 in region play. So that has just been a tough season for Cody Gross and company. We do got another final. Fairview does get a win tonight over Brewer, 55-13. So Fairview, a 55-13 winner tonight over Brewer. Other finals, trying to see if we've got any more new finals that have come across the desk here, and trying to see this one. I know we've got another Tennessee final, Moore County over Loretto, 55-42. That is a new Tennessee final. Deschler. So Deschler last week played huge in that win over West Morgan. Tonight they get the win over Central, 45-21. That is a big Class 4A Region 7 game. So Deschler, and we got another Tennessee final, Whitewell over Grundy County, 27-0. So we got Tennessee finals, we got Alabama finals going on. We got all kinds of great action for you tonight here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. And I mentioned that Deschler game, that's Class 4A Region 7. And if we go in to Class 4A Region 7, let's see if we can do just that. I believe that makes Deschler improves to 5-0 in region play. Now Central falls to 2-3 in region play. That's big Coming into the night, Rogers and West Morgan both were 3-1 in region play. West Morgan at home tonight, taking on West Limestone, and Brooks was at home tonight, taking on Rogers. Brooks comes in 2-2. West Limestone coming in 2-2. Central came in at 2-3. Now we saw that they've dropped that game, so it's really keeping an eye on Rogers and Brooks and West Limestone and West Morgan. So a lot to look there in Class 4A Region 7. We're going to break down a lot of these region standings tonight. We're going to do our best to get you caught up on everything going on around the state. Let's see if we have any more finals. Let's cruise around here. See if we have any more finals that have come in here in the last minute. That's what's fun about doing this show and doing it live the way we do it, and it is a final. Muscle Shoals does go on to knock off Decatur tonight, 42-28. So Class 6A Region 7, all of those games are in the clubhouse. And we do want to welcome our listeners on 100.1 FM, WLAY, Florence and Muscle Shoals for joining us tonight. That means Class 6A Region 7, everything is in there tonight. So we update the region standings there, and it looks like this at the end of the night. You've got Hartselle 4-0. Then you have Decatur and Muscle Shoals at 3-1. If the season ended tonight, Muscle Shoals would be at home for the first round of the playoffs, virtue of that win tonight over Decatur. That was how big that was. Rebounding from that tough Hartselle loss, going on the road tonight to get a rather impressive win over Decatur, who had come in winners of 6 straight. Then you have Coleman at 2-2. Athens and Columbia both still in search of that first region win in Class 6A Region 7. Now next week, this is what the schedule looks like in 6A Region 7. Decatur will go on the road to take on Hartselle. So that is that one there. So Hartselle just has that. So Hartselle wrapped up a share of the region championship tonight. They did so with that win. Then obviously they can win it outright with a win next week over Decatur. Now Decatur can throw a wrench into it and cause a 3-way tie atop the region standings if they're able to pull off a win next week. Now Muscle Shoals next week, the Trojans, they get to finish up region play at home against Coleman. Coleman coming in 2-2. Now, if Coleman can find a way to pull off the upset next week, they would have trying to figure out. No, even if a Coleman gets a win next week, they would get into the playoffs. But feeling here is Hartselle, Decatur, Muscle Shoals, and Coleman, they're all going to the playoffs anyway. Those would be the 4 teams out of 6A Region 7 that will advance to the playoffs. All right, it's 9:42 here on a Friday night. Tell you what, let's get our very first break in here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey Wes, our company Fleming Roofing and Restoration specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a 5th generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
Well, you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey Wes, we show up.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama A&M University football. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com and view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see ya in the Kia. Go Bulldogs!
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. If you know me, you know I've been around a whole lot of championship teams. Well, there's one championship team in North Alabama I want to make sure you know about. The trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems. Rick Smith and his team provide the best in air conditioning solutions, so even on the hottest days, you'll be cool. Give Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and see how cool you can be. Environmental Comfort Systems. Alabama license number 92314.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. We have got drama going out all over the place tonight here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. And apparently if you leave like certain things on the board, they make funny noises. That's my computer actually making that noise. Apologize for that, but I tell you what, the reason why I was kind of had that on was because we do have drama. Sparkman, with 47 seconds left, was trying to connect on a field goal, a long-distance field goal that would have given them the lead over Bob Jones, but the Patriots come up and block the field goal, take it the other way for a touchdown. That increases the Bob Jones lead to 48-40 with 47 seconds left. So just under a minute, the Patriots block a game-saving field goal and extend their lead. So we'll see if Bob Jones able to hold on to get the win over Sparkman. And if they do, that is huge because both of those teams come into the night 2-2 in region play. And that would vault the winner of that game into serious playoff contention in Class 7A Region 4. The other game that we're keeping very close eyes on is that Austin and James Clemens game, and that one has gone final. What's there? What is the final there?
I got Austin with a 41-33 victory.
So Austin, a 41-33 victor tonight over James Clemens. And I say that one was big because James Clemens did have the lead at one point in that ball game. And so right now that does, let's go in and let's update this Class 7A Region 4 standings. Austin now the lone unbeaten team in Class 7A Region 4. They entered the night that way, and they will stay that way as well. They are now 5-0. The loss for James Clemens puts them at 2-3 in region play. Gonna be real tough for James Clemens now to secure a playoff berth. And I'm just waiting to see if this Bob Jones Sparkman Games goes final. It should be going final here in just a minute. There was 47 seconds left right before we went on here. Right as we came out of commercial break. And Sparkman has the ball at the midfield line, at the 50-yard line with just 34 seconds left, trailing by 8. So Sparkman needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this ball game. And that is huge. We're going to keep an eye on that one. But we've had some more finals for you. Let's see if we can update you on some of the finals that we do have in the clubhouse for you tonight. In Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City, a 53-0 winner over May Jemison. We mentioned that one. Fort Payne over Hazel Green, 46-14. Buckhorn over Lee, 38-20. That one coming last night. Muscle Shoals, a winner tonight over Decatur, 42-28. Coleman, a 35-6 winner over Columbia. And Hartselle, a 45-21 winner over Athens. In Class 6A Region 6, Center Point 7 better than Pinson Valley tonight, 29-22. That is a big one because Center Point came in on the night 3-1 in region play. They moved to 4-1. Pinson Valley came in 2-1 in region play. That, of course, being Class 6A Region 6. Pinson Valley now 2-2 in region play. Clay Chalkville, though, rather impressive this season. They get a 62-0 win over Huffman tonight. So Clay Chalkville moving to 4-0 in region play, and Huffman still search of that first region win. But your updated 6A Region 6 standings has Clay Chalkville up there at 4-0. And Clay Chalkville, the second-ranked team in all of Class 6A. They're 5-1. They got 6 first-place votes this week in the poll. They are leading the way in 6A Region 6, but right behind them is Center Point. Now, Oxford, they are 3-1 in region play going into tonight. The Yellow Jackets are off this week, so they will be right there to start 6A Region 6 when they get back on the field next week. Still looking for that Pell City Shades Valley score. Shades Valley, Pell City, both of them probably going to be left out of the playoffs. If Shades Valley does get a win tonight over Pell City, it does kind of keep them alive possibility. Class 5A Region 8, West Point shuts out Ardmore 21-0. Fairview over Brewer 55-13. East Limestone over Lawrence County 54-13. It is Arab, 56-17 winners over Boaz tonight, and you have to salute the Arab Knights. They move to 5-0 in region play. In Class 5A Region 7, with that win tonight, Boaz falls to 1-3 in region play. Still waiting on Sardis and Scottsboro. If Scottsboro does hold on to get that win tonight against Sardis, that would be big because with their win last week against Gunnersville, Scottsboro would have the tie-break edge to be home for the first round of the playoffs. Gunnersville would have to go on the road in Class 5A. Now, Gunnersville coming in tonight, the 7th-ranked team in Class 5A, and the Wildcats tonight, I believe, are off. So there you go. Let's keep on going with some of these scores. Class 5A Region 6, Moody 42-14 winners over St. Clair County. It's Leeds 23-7 winners over Alexandria. In Class 4A Region 8, Priceville a 41-14 winner over North Jackson. Hold on, I want to see here. 4th down, 11 seconds left. Sparkman has the ball, and they are driving again, trailing by 8 to Bob Jones. They have the ball to Sparkman on the Bob Jones side of the field. So we'll see if they're able to find the end zone with just 11 seconds left. We're keeping an eye on this one. It is Class 4A Region 8. Priceville a 41-14 winner over North Jackson. It is Westminster Christian Academy winner 70-42 over Madison County. Of course, that one being played last night, as was St. John Paul II in New Hope, a 27-20 win for the Falcons of St. John Paul II, as they scored 21 unanswered to get that win. Class 4A Region 7, Wilson a 33-21 winner over East Lawrence. Deschler a 45-21 win over Central Florence. Class 4A Region 6, Haleyville gets a 46-6 win over Curry. Etowah a 48-7 win over Hansville. And Good Hope a 20-7 win over Asheville. Other finals, Mars Hill Bible, the top-ranked team in Class 3A. They are a 56-0 winner over Phil Campbell. Class 3A Region 7, Madison Academy a 49-7 winner over Vinemont. J.B. Pennington a 55-0 winner over Brindley Mountain. And Danville gets the best of Asbury 49-6. Both of those coming on Thursday night. Class 3A Region 6, Piedmont a 45-10 winner over Glencoe. Geraldine a 16-13 winner over Westbrook Christian. Plainview a 33-30 winner over Sylvania. And Plainview needed a late field goal to get that 3-point win. It is Falkville getting the win over Red Bay 28-6. That's 2A Region 8. Class 2A Region 7, Fife a 70-14 winner over Sandrock. Pisgah a 41-14 winner over North Sand Mountain. Collinsville 41, Eider 12. 2A Region 6, Southeastern 2 better than Locust Fork 14-12. Decatur Heritage over Woodville 49-8 in 1A Region 7. And Meek a 63-0 winner over Shoals Christian. And I'm hoping and I believe they're still the 4th down. Trying to get that Sparkman game has to have gone final. Has it gone final? Sparkman hold on. Or Bob Jones hold on, I should say. 28-20. 48-40, my bad. Yeah, 48-40. All right, so Sparkman is stopped. So this one ended with Sparkman being stopped at the 2-yard line. Sparkman got it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Bob Jones stops him. That's your ball game. Bob Jones holds on to get the win tonight, 48-40 over Sparkman. All right, we're going to put 60 minutes on the clock. We're going to run them all down for you when we return. It is the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
Sitting here with Mark Kent of Southern Fidelity Mortgage Group of Huntsville. Mark, do you help pre-qualify people?
We pre-qualify people all the time, Wes. As a matter of fact, I love having them coming in here because when they come in and they pre-qualify, they can leave my office knowing exactly how much they can buy and have no worries.
Mark, tell me about your rates and pricing.
Well, Wes, this is something we're really, really proud of. Long story short is, I love being able to provide the best pricing in town. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time I lost a deal to either rate or pricing, something I'm very proud of.
So what all financing options do you have, Mark?
We do several different things. If you're purchasing a home, we can handle the purchase. If you're wanting to refinance your home, of course, rates are at the lowest they've been in the last 3 years. We do a lot of refinancing. If you're building a home, we can handle the entire process from breaking ground to the final close.
Do you sleep with your phone?
Wes, if you want to reach me, you can call me at my office phone, which is 256-562-1000. But always remember, I sleep with my cell phone at night. That number is 256-656-5936.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
Indeed, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Happy Friday. We told you the games mean just a little bit more when you flip the calendar to October, and that is exactly what they do as we update the region standings in Class 7A Region 4, because all of the games have gone final from the region, and this is how it looks. Bob Jones holds on to get the 48-40 win over Sparkman. We told you Sparkman had the ball down to the 2-yard line. As time ran out, Bob Jones blocks a late field goal on the possession before that would have given Sparkman the lead. They blocked the field goal, run it back for a touchdown. Sparkman, though, nearly tries to tie that one at the end. James Clemens gave Austin a run for their money. They led this one at one point, but it's the Austin Black Bears getting the win over James Clemens, 41-33. Grissom gets a win over Albertville tonight, 17-3, and it's Florence over Huntsville, 27-7. Florence gets a win there. So here is how your region standings look in Class 7A Region 4. It's the Austin Black Bears still atop the region perfectly at 5-0. Florence now right behind them at 4-1. You have Huntsville and Bob Jones sitting at 3-2. Oh, Sparkman had a great start to the year. Now they are trending the other way. Sparkman now 2-3 in Class 7A Region 4, along with James Clemens. Grissom notches their first region win of the year. They get that win tonight over Albertville, and Albertville still in search of that first region win. So that's your Class 7A Region 4 scores and standings. Now, all right, let's get you into some Class 6A scores.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City, a 53-0 winner over May Jemison. Fort Payne, a 46-14 win over Hazel Green. And it's Buckhorn getting a 38-20 win over Lee last night. Class 6A Region 7, Muscle Shoals, just too much tonight for Decatur. They get a win 42-28. Muscle Shoals, the Trojans, just simply wore down the Red Raiders in this one. Coleman 35-6 winners over Columbia tonight, and it's Hartselle over Athens 45-21. Class 6A Region 6, Center Point, they get a win tonight over Pinson Valley. And Clay Chalkville, your second-ranked team in Class 6A, they shut out Huffman tonight 62-0. Let's bounce into Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8, West Point shuts out Ardmore 21-0. Fairview over Brewer 55-13. It's East Limestone getting a win over Lawrence County last night 54-13. Class 5A Region 7, the Arab Knights, folks, they are on fire. They remain undefeated and unblemished in Class 5A Region 7 as they are now 5-0 with a 56-17 win over Boaz. Class 5A Region 6, it's Moody 42-14 winners over St. Clair County, and it's Leeds over Alexandria 23-7. All right, let's get into Class 4A. All right, I tell you what, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline, and the Austin Black Bear head coach Jeremy Perkins with us now on the phone lines. And his team victorious tonight over James Clemens, 41-33. Coach, congratulations on that hard-fought win.
Thank you. And it was a back-and-forth game. We had to come from behind a couple times. James Clemens played a heck of a football game, but so did we. We just made a few more plays than they did.
Yeah, Coach, kind of take us through everything. Who kind of stepped up for you to get that win?
Well, defensively, we made some good adjustments. Our defense staff made some good adjustments at halftime. We only gave up 1 second-half score, and so our hats off to our defensive coaching staff for making the adjustments. They hurt us a lot with some tempo in the first half. We had a hard time getting lined up and being in the right spot, so it hurt us a little bit in the first half, and we adjusted well to it. And offensively, our offensive line did a great job all night, and De'Aaron Young had a really, really good game running the football and made a big pass to Maurice Jones, who had a big kickoff return and caught a long touchdown pass at the end to take the lead.
Well, Coach, this marks 6 wins in a row for your team right now. Rather impressive stretch, and 5 of those 6 wins are the really important ones, region wins.
Well, I mean, that's the goal. We want to try to put ourselves in a great position for the playoffs, and we're getting there. We still got a couple more to go, so but our team has grown a lot throughout the year. We trying to get better and better and better, and peak at the right time.
All right, well, Coach, congratulations on the win. Next week, it's another road trip for you. Will be a very familiar venue for your team. You're right back at Madison City School Stadium next week, taking on Bob Jones.
Absolutely, we're back again. Bob Jones will be a very challenging opponent, and we look forward to it. Ready to get prepared and see what we got.
All right, Coach, enjoy this win tonight, and best of luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, that's Austin Black Bear head coach Jeremy Perkins with us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. And big thanks to all of us, our listeners on 100.1 FM WLAY in Florence, Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden and Anniston, and on 97.7 ESPN The Zone in Huntsville. All right, let's get you back into our Class 4A scores.
Class 4A scores.
All right, let's hit you in Class 4A Region 8. It was Priceville over North Jackson, 41-14. Westminster Christian Academy over Madison County, 70-42. And St. John Paul II scores 21 unanswered last night as they get a win over New Hope, 27-20. And in a game that our Huntsville audience heard on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, the Randolph Raiders, they shut out DAR tonight, 55-0. And like he does each and every week, the guy, the color commentator for the Randolph Raiders from 97.7 ESPN The Zone, Drew DeArmond, joining us to help us break down Randolph's 55-0 win tonight over DAR. A rather impressive region win yet again for the Randolph Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, 100-0.
the last 2 weeks in 4A Region 8 combined for the Randolph Raiders. Back-to-back shutouts. Big shout-out to Jeremy Matthews and the defensive staff. They don't even have all their pieces out there. They're resting some guys, Scott. They're banged up a little bit, but they've had some young players step up. Bobby Bailey played really well in the defensive backfield tonight and did some really good things and played well. And they had a young freshman getting his first interception of his career. He's played well when given an opportunity. In Bradford Hall, he had a pick as well. Connor Goodson got his 4th interception, one of the veterans from the safety spot. But they scored the first play of the game, 65 yards. Andrew Hunter to the senior Keegan Morse. And then 4 first-half touchdowns for Nick Strong. He continues to have an all-state caliber season. And then Grayson Davenport, we remember when Randolph was Team of the Week, he had the 313 yards against Westminster and 15 catches, 4 touchdowns, second most ever in AHSAA history. He had 2 more touchdowns tonight, Scott, a 36-yard touchdown, and then I believe a 55-yard TD. He had an outstanding game for the Raiders, once again with well over 150 yards receiving. So he had a nice game. Andrew Hunter's been steady as a rock all year, but really the story of the last 2 weeks is the defense. And if this team can get healthy, we know they're on a collision course with the Priceville Bulldogs and Chris Foster. They're playing exceptional football in 4A Region 8 as well. And certainly the Randolph Raiders have got a tough road trip to New Hope next week, but if they can take care of that, then they'll have the Priceville Bulldogs and the Fairview Aggies, 2 really good football teams coming to Sports Med Field. But a 6-game winning streak for the Raiders. Made a lot of big plays tonight offensively, but the defense and the improving kicking game, I thought, were the big stories as Randolph gets their 2nd straight shutout.
Yeah, it's going to be hard not to look ahead to that Priceville game, which could set up for the region championship. You got New Hope sandwiched in between there. You got New Hope next week, then Priceville. It's going to be awful hard not to look ahead to that Priceville showdown.
Yeah, it is, but you just got to stay focused, and Randolph's done a good job of that. I mean, David Lloyd and his staff, they play a lot of guys, and then they have about a 50-man roster, and with some of these guys like a William Collins, their middle linebacking tackling machine, getting hurt, he sat out tonight, did not play offense or defense, only played offense the week before. You've had a guy like Daniel Martin, had 10 tackles last week, Scott. He had another really good game tonight, had 2 sacks for the Raider defense. So they've had some guys step up in big spots, and I think that, and they had Jude Conchin, the young DB, go down tonight. But when he went down, like I said, Bobby Bailey came in and seamlessly was able to take over and do a good job. Luke Miller for the last 2 weeks has played well in Eli Isbell's stead at defensive tackle, and then Theo Reichauer, he had a touchdown catch, the last one of the night, as he got some time at receiver because they were able to play some young players and get their young quarterback William Mitchell some big snaps for most of that second half, as Andrew Hunter and those guys, the ones were able to take off the rest of the night after scoring the touchdown to go up 48-0 at the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, Priceville and Randolph have secured first round home playoff games with that win tonight. Westminster Christian Academy right there at the end of the night. They are now 4-1 in region play. New Hope falls to 2-3. Madison County 2-3 in region play. One of those 2 teams, barring North Jackson picking up some late wins, New Hope and Madison County are going to be battling it out for that 4th and final spot in Class 4A Region 8.
And JP2 got a big comeback win over New Hope last night. So outscoring them 21-0 in the fourth quarter. So JP2 still got a shot as well. So the 4th slot is the one there's going to be a lot of competition for. But even Westminster has a shot still at at the 2nd slot because they take on Priceville next week, and that should be an intriguing matchup. I believe Westminster scored 70 points yesterday against Madison County.
Yeah, they did. I believe that's the 2nd time this season I think Westminster has put up, I want to say it's the 2nd time that they may have put up 70 points this season. Let's see. Let's go inside the numbers there on the Westminster Christian Academy Wildcats. And no, they came close. On the 23rd, they put up 69 in a loss to Central Florence, but they have scored 50 a couple times as well. It's Drudy Arman from 97.7 ESPN The Zone in Huntsville, as he joins us each and every week to help us break down the Randolph Raider game And 256-576-4977. You can join the program on a Friday night with scores, highlights, or if you have anybody that you want to give a shout-out to for a primetime performance, just feel free to give us a call, 256-576-4977. Let's continue back into our 4A scores. Class 4A Region 7, West Morgan shuts out West Limestone tonight, 34-0. Wilson over East Lawrence, 33-21. Deschler over Central Florence, 45-21. Brooks, 3 better than Rogers, 24-21. That region there is spectacular. And let's just go in there and show you that one. Deschler now 5-0 in that region. Brooks with that 3-point win kind of tightens everything up just a little bit behind him. Rogers falls to 3-2. Brooks moves to 3-2. West Limestone now falls to 2-3 in region play. West Morgan moves to 4-1 in region play. Their lone loss comes from the hands of the Deschler Tigers. So right now, Deschler, West Morgan, 1-2 in that region. That's Class 4A Region 7. Class 4A Region 6. Haleyville, a 46-6 winner over Curry. Cherokee County over Fultondale, 60-0. Etowah over Hansville, 48-7. And it's Good Hope over Asheville, 20-7. And if you're looking at Class 4A Region 6, the Etowah Blue Devils, they are now 5-0. They continue to be undefeated. In fact, they are 6-1 now overall this season. Aniana right there behind them at 3-1. Cherokee County with that win tonight, they improved to 3-1 in region play. Good Hope, they also even their mark at 500 at 2-2 in region play. Asheville falls to 1-3. Hansville, they fall to 1-4 in region play. Fultondale still trying to find their way through Class 4A Region 6, but Etowah continuing to look impressive in Class 4A. In fact, the Blue Devils sitting there inside the top 10 in the Class 4A rankings this week, checking in at number 10. One better than Aniana. Aniana right there at number 11. If the rankings went down to 11, Aniana would be in there. Class 4A Region 5, Northside over Cordova, 20-19. Dora over Hamilton, 40-8. Corner over Oak Grove, 20-12. Class 4A Region 4, Jacksonville, a 31-13 winner over Munford. And it's Handley over Talladega, 48-3. Let's get you into some Class 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
Class 3A Region 8, Mars Hill Bible, the top-ranked team in all of Class 3A. No problems tonight with Phil Campbell, 56-0 winners. How about Colbert Heights and Colbert County? Do we have a final from Colbert Heights and Colbert County yet? That's Class 3A Region 8.
Colbert Heights with a 28-12 victory on that one.
All right, Colbert Heights snatches a 28-12 win over Colbert County tonight. Clements over Elkmont, 46-18. Class 3A Region 7, Madison Academy all over Vinemont tonight, 49-7. It's J.B. Pennington over Brindley Mountain, 55-0. Danville over Asbury, 49-6. In Class 3A Region 6, Piedmont 45-10 winners over Glencoe. It's Ohatchee over Hoax Bluff 21-7. It's Geraldine over Westbrook Christian 16-13, and Plainview over Sylvania 33-30. So in Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible, obviously your top-ranked team in Class 3A. Gordo number 2, Piedmont number 3. In Class 3A, again, they are a 45-10 winner over Glencoe. And those are the top teams in North Alabama in those Class 3A rankings. All right, let's get you into some, let's go Class 2A.
Class 2A scores.
right, what about that Tanner-Lexington game? Have we gotten any finals on Tanner and Lexington? All right, we do have a final for Falkville and Red Bay, 28-6. Falkville a winner there. We'll go back to Class 2A Region 8. You got those for us?
Tanner with a 52-20 loss to Lexington.
Okay, Lexington, the Bears of Lexington growl in a big way tonight. And we know Hatton was on top of Sheffield pretty big. We did some live look-ins on the Blitz Sports Radio around 9 o'clock tonight. Do we have a final from Hatton yet? That one should have gone final by now.
60-34 final.
All right, Hatton a 60-34 winner over Sheffield. Class 2A Region 7, Fife. Your top-ranked team in Class 2A, and in fact, Fife, your unanimous ranked team in Class 2A. They got all 21st place votes this week. No problems with Sandrock, 70-14. It's Pisgah, a 41-14 winner over North Sand Mountain. Collinsville, a 41-12 winner over Eider. Class 2A Region 6, Southeastern, two better than Locust Fork. And if I'm looking at the 2A rankings right now, Pisgah, by the way, the Pisgah Eagles come into tonight ranked 5th in all of Class 2A. Again, they are a 41-14 winner over North Sand Mountain. Holly Pond and West End. Have we seen the final from Holly Pond and West End?
49-26, West End with the victory.
All right, West End 49-26 over Holly Pond. Hey, now we are rocking and we are rolling. Spring Garden over Pleasant Valley. All right, Gaston and Cleveland. Have we seen a final from that one?
Cleveland with a 36-6 victory.
All right. Now let's get into some 1A scores.
Class 1A scores.
All right, what about Hackleburg and Phillips?
Hackleburg with a 50-34 victory.
All right, and Cherokee and Vina.
Cherokee with a 34-8 victory.
All right, see, this is how we are rocking and rolling tonight. I'm telling you, we got a lot of games tonight. Class 1A Region 7, Cedar Bluff, Coosa Christian.
Coosa Christian with a 41-14 victory.
All right, and we got Decatur Heritage over Woodville, 49-8. What about Valley Head and Appalachian?
Valley Head with a 34-28 victory.
All right, and then 1A Region 6, Victory School in Wadley. Have we seen one come in yet on that one?
Wadley blanks Victory School 47-0.
All right, and then Winterboro and Raglan.
Raglan with a dominant 38-8 victory over Winterboro.
Right, and the Talladega County Central and Donohue.
Donohue with a 48-18 victory over Talladega County Central.
All right, it is 10-21. That is a lot of scores. Let's get a break in. When we come back, we'll run down some more region standings for you on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushy. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing. We have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates. Residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Hey there, folks. Head fry cook Bob Baumhauer here, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Baumhauer's Victory Grill to serve you for 40 legendary years. When I first delivered Alabama's first taste of buffalo wings back in 1981, people thought I was crazy. For the first few years, I had to give wings away. Imagine that. 40 years later, I'm still proud to serve the great people and visitors of Alabama our famous buffalo wings and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun, legendary food, and many, many more.
The Huntsville Sports Commission, a not-for-profit organization, is driven by the love of sports. And we're excited to announce several events already planned for this fall, including the Gulf South Conference Soccer Championship, the AVCA Fall Collegiate Beach Championships, the NCAA Division I Regional Cross Country Championship, and the Running Lane Cross Country Championships. For the love of sports, the Huntsville Sports Commission. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
Listen to Randolph Raider football all season long.
Does he cross the line? He does! Touchdown, Randolph!
Nice drive. Really well done.
On 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. And we mentioned the games mean just a little bit more on these crisp, cool Friday nights in October. Nothing better than good old high school football in October that means something. A lot of teams putting those playoff berths on the line. A lot of region seedings coming a little bit clearer tonight. A lot of teams taking those huge steps towards a region championship. And one of those teams just so happens to be in Class 4A Region 7, and that is the Deschler Tigers. As the Deschler Tigers tonight, a 45-21 winner over Central Florence. And for the Deschler Tigers, that moves them to 5-0 in region play. They are the drivers of the bus as far as a region championship goes. And right now they are in control of that. And their head coach, Patrick Malone, joins us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline tonight. And Coach, congratulations on the win over Central Florence tonight.
I appreciate it very much. Battle through some things, but very fortunate to come away with that one.
Yeah, that's two big-time games in a week. Last week it was a hard, physical contest with West Morgan, which you were able to get a win at home. And then tonight, another tough one with Central Florence, who has the ability to score about any time they touch the ball.
Right. We go into half up 31-7, and our message was pretty clear coming out of half, as we wanted to continue what we're doing, control the line of scrimmage, create an identity of what we're, trying to finish the game with. And I told them, I said, look, they are going to come out and try to be more physical than you are. And Coach Wood, that's a hallmark of his team. They play so hard. They always play physical. That's why he's been there for so long. They've always done a great job. Well, and we come out and we fumble right out of the gate. We fumble. And, here we go into a war. We ended up with 5 turnovers, and it's something we've got to get fixed.
Well, Coach, who kind of stood out for you tonight that was able to kind of lead the way for you in that victory?
Well, first off, I think our offensive line played maybe their best game. Really proud of that unit. And then D. Newsom, wide receiver, safety, ends up with 2 scoring touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Maybe one of his better games here at Deshler. Proud for him. Again, though, for us, it's a team win, and that's what we got to have. If as long as we keep on this little run we're on, and we just got to get better.
Well, Coach, you got hard to believe that I'm laughing when I say this, just simply because it just goes to show you time does fly by. Coach, you have just 2 games left in the regular season, both region games next week with Rogers and then at Brooks. Hard to believe that we're at this point of the season where there's just 2 games left. But still, though, as you mentioned, you got to get better. But you got 2 games to do so before the playoffs.
Absolutely. We were talking about it today. First Friday for us playing in October, and here we are with just 2 games remaining. It blows my mind how fast the season's gone. But it's a credit to our seniors who've made it enjoyable, and they are trying to start something and leave a foundation for years to come here at Deshler. But just proud for our school, proud for our program, and we always have great support here at Deshler, so our fans are a big part of our success.
All right, Patrick Malone, the head coach of the Deshler Tigers, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show tonight. Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll let you celebrate it a little bit before you get back to work on Rogers for next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Once again, Patrick Malone, Deshler Tiger head coach, joining us. And thank you to 97.7 ESPN The Zone, all of our folks in Huntsville listening to us, all of our folks listening to us on 100.1 FM WLAY in Florence and Muscle Shoals and the surrounding areas, and then 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden and Anniston. Thank you as well for tuning in to the Week 7 edition. And it is hard to believe that there are teams that have just 2 games left of the regular season. There are teams that have 3 games left in the regular season. It is hard to believe that we are at this point in the season. It seems like just yesterday we were sitting here kicking off Week 0. But my, oh my, that calendar changes to October and the finish line becomes in sight. All right, let's kind of break some things down as far as let's highlight our Class 7A Region 4.
Class 7A scores.
It is a wild, wild west standings in Class 7A Region 4. It could have got a whole lot crazier if James Clemens had held on to get the best of Austin, but the Black Bears are in the top 10 rankings in Class 7A for a reason, because head coach Jeremy Perkins has that team playing some fantastic football, and they needed every bit of that fantastic mojo tonight as they get a win tonight over James Clemens 41-33. Austin, the 9th ranked team in all of Class 7A, and why not? They are now 5-2 on the season. 5-0 overall are the Austin Black Bears. So they are in the clubhouse leading Class 7A Region 4. So what lies ahead? Let's let's go just inside the numbers or inside the schedule for the Austin Black Bears. What lies ahead for head coach and Jeremy Perkins and company? Well, next week they are on the road at Bob Jones. They were on the road tonight at James Clemens. Next week they are on the road at Bob Jones, and they will finish up with a home game against Huntsville. Those are the two remaining games, two remaining region games for the Austin Black Bears. So Florence, they get a win tonight over Huntsville, 27-7. So what does that mean for the Falcons and the Crimson Panthers? Well, the Falcons improve to 4-1 in region play. Huntsville moves to 3-2 in region play. Then you have Sparkman. They played host to Bob Jones tonight, and they had a shot to win it with a field goal, did Sparkman, and it was blocked. Bob Jones ran it back for a touchdown. Sparkman got the ball on the kickoff. With about 47 seconds left, they had the ball at midfield. They got it all the way down to the Bob Jones 2-yard line, and time runs out. Bob Jones holds on to get the win tonight, 48-40 over Sparkman. So Bob Jones improves to 3-2. So at the end of the night, Austin, Florence, Huntsville, and Bob Jones are your 4 playoff teams in Class 7A Region 4. Now, Bob Jones and Huntsville, if you're looking at that one, Huntsville has the tie-break edge over Bob Jones as of tonight, virtue of Huntsville's 28-24 win over the Patriots. So that would mean right now Austin and Florence would be the teams at home. Huntsville and Sparkman. Huntsville would be your 3 seed. Sparkman would be Bob Jones would be your 4 seed. So Bob Jones has Austin and Albertville left in region games. As far as Huntsville's remaining region schedule looks like this. Next week, they will be at home against Sparkman, and then again, they finish up on the road at Austin. So Sparkman can put themselves back into playoff contention next week with a win over Huntsville. I told you, it is the wild, wild craziness of Class 7A Region 4. All right, so that's your 7A Region 4. Your other Region 4 game there, Grissom at home against Albertville tonight. Remember, Chip English, the former Grissom coach, year number 2 at Albertville. So this is the second time facing off against his former team. Grissom does get the win tonight, 17-13 over Albertville. All right, let's get you into some 6A scores.
Class 6A scores.
Class 6A Region 8 is where we start. Gadsden City, folks, they are every bit impressive, are the Titans. Gadsden City is very, very good, at least in Class 6A Region 8. Gadsden City, as far as the top 10 polls go, not cranking up any votes there inside the top 10, but they are a perfect 4-0 in region play. They are atop the region. Fort Payne sitting right behind them at 3-1. Hazel Green 2-2. Buckhorn 2-2. Virtue of Fort Payne's 46-14 win over Hazel Green and Buckhorn's 38-20 win over Lee. So as of right now, your 4 playoff teams in Class 6A Region 8, Gadsden City up top, followed by Fort Payne, Fort Hazel Green, and Buckhorn. Now, virtue of Hazel Green's win over Buckhorn in the Cotton Classic, Hazel Green would be the 3 seed, Buckhorn in at the 4 seed. So what is left. Let's look at your region leader right now in Class 6A Region 8, the Gadsden City Titans. Let's look inside Gadsden City and see what's left for the Titans. Next week, it is a home contest, their final region game, Gadsden City and Lee. So Gadsden City with that 18-0 win over Fort Payne, the Titans have secured at least a tie for a region championship. So they've at least clinched a share of the Class 6A Region 8 championship. They will win it outright, and with that win next week against Lee. So Lee right now sitting on the outside, Mae Jemison sitting on the outside. So what does Fort Payne have next week as well? Fort Payne will wrap up region play at Buckhorn next week. So that is a huge contest right there. Buckhorn could vault themselves up the region standings a little bit if they could find a way to get past the Wildcats. And Hazel Green, if you're looking at it, Hazel Green's final region contest game will come at Mae Jemison on the 14th of October. So Mae Jemison, still in search of that first region win, has one more shot to grab it against Hazel Green next week. So that is your contest. Gadsden City will take on Lee, Fort Payne will take on Hazel Green, and Hazel Green will take on Mae Jemison. Fort Payne will take on Buckhorn. So that's how your Class 6A Region 8 standings look after tonight. Let's get into 6A Region 7. We all had a lot of attention over at Ogle Stadium tonight because Muscle Shoals and Decatur squaring off. Muscle Shoals, again, just wears down Decatur. We mentioned how cool this game was as far as head coaches go. How about this? A combined 316 wins between Scott Basin and Jer Adcock. Adcock having 184, Basin having 132. Now combined, you're looking at 42 seasons combined as head coach between the two teams. Jer Adcock, 27 seasons on the sideline as Decatur head coach. Scott Basin, 15 seasons already there at Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals, they rebounded well from that loss last week to Hartzell, a tough loss, but they rebound nicely tonight, 42-28 winners over Decatur. Coleman tonight, a 35-6 winner over Columbia, and Hartzell knocks off Athens 45-21. So that's how your Class 6A Region 7 looked for as far as scores. Now your standings, Hartzell perfect 4-0 right now. So Decatur, Muscle Shoals 3-1, Coleman 2-2. Those are your four playoff teams as of tonight in Class 6A Region 7. Hartzell and Muscle Shoals would get the first round buys in Class 6, first round playoff games in Class 6A Region 7, with Decatur and Coleman having to travel. Class 6A Region 6, Center Point, a 29-22 winner over Pinson Valley. Pell City, a 35-29 winner over Pell City. And it's Clay Chalkville, again, your second-ranked team in Class 6A, shutting out Huffman 62-0. Let's go Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8, we stumble into, and got to pull up your region standings there in 5A Region 8 so we can update you on what everything looks like there. It's West Point shutting out Ardmore 21-0. So got to update that one. That's a big one as far as region standings go. It is Fairview getting a win over Brewer 55-13. So Brewer, let's update that one. And then it was East Limestone getting a win last night over Lawrence County 54-13. So here's your updated region standings in Class 5A Region 8. Russellville had the night off. Russellville and Fairview, both now 4-0 in region play. That is going to set up a showdown between the Aggies and the Golden Tigers. And that is, as you might guessed it, that will be for the region championship between Russellville and Fairview. And I believe that one comes up in 2 weeks. So next week, Russellville will be back in action as they travel to Ardmore, and then they will finish up with Fairview. Fairview, on the other hand, you don't want to get caught looking ahead. Fairview has Lawrence County next week, then that Russellville showdown. So your rest of your Class 5A Region 8 standings look like this at the end of the night. Ardmore 2-2, West Point 2-2, Brewer 2-3, East Limestone 1-3, and Lawrence County still trying to find their footing there in Class 5A Region 8. As far as East Limestone, they have West Point and Ardmore still in front of them. So East Limestone could somehow find themselves back in contention for a Class 5A Region 8 playoff berth. It is not out of the question that the Indians could find the postseason. They've got the teams right in front of them ahead on the schedule. They go to West Point next week, and then they are at home against Ardmore. If East Limestone can get to 3-3 in 5A Region 8, that gives them a shot to get in to the playoffs. So just as crazy as some of the other regions were, that Class 5A Region 8 could see a lot of shakeup in the final 2 weeks. All right, that's 5A Region 8. How about 5A Region 7? Scottsboro, a 25-0 winner over Sardis. Douglas, a 42-14 winner over Crossville. And Arab, a 56-17 winner over Boaz tonight. And so what does that do to Class 5A Region 7? Well, it does this. Scottsboro goes to 3-1. Douglas goes to 2-2 in region play. Sardis falls to 1-3. Boaz falls to 1-3. And Crossville's still trying to find that footing. So as of right now in Class 5A Region 7, Arab obviously right up there. The Knights 5-0. Scottsboro would be at home to start the playoffs if the season ended tonight, thanks to that win last week against Gunnersville, because Scottsboro 3-1, Gunnersville 3-1. Scottsboro would have the tie-break edge, so they would be at home if the playoffs started tonight. So what does Scottsboro have left down the stretch? They have a game at Douglas and home with Crossville. Those are the last 2 games for the Scottsboro Wildcats as far as region play goes. And if you are the Gunnersville Wildcats, you are off this week. Next week, you are at Arab, and then you are at home with Sardis. So Gunnersville has 2 big games left as they still try to claim a region championship. Going to be tough, but if they can somehow find a way to get a win next week against Arab, and Scottsboro would trip up one more time along the way, Gunnersville still could find themselves region champs. Not out of the question. All right, 10:46 here on a Friday night. We need to get a break in. We need to get our final break in here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck Month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
When it's time to ride in the great outdoors, you'll find it at Fayetteville Outdoor Sports. Join us this Saturday, October 8th from 9 till 3 for our grand reopening and explore exciting new products from Polaris and Honda, as well as equipment from Bobcat. Discover a great inventory of hunting vehicles, ATVs, motorcycles, and more. Be sure to register for door prizes and don't miss your chance to see the legendary Chuck Berry's motorcycle. That's this Saturday, 9 to 3 at Fayetteville Outdoor Sports on the Huntsville Highway, Fayetteville, Tennessee.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
With over 25 years of appliance experience, Mike Owen and the good folks at Owen Home Appliance are known for their great selection of used appliances. But did you know that they now carry new appliances as well? Brands like Frigidaire, GE, Sharp, Danby, Samsung, Z-Line, and yes, Speed Queen Laundry is available at Owen Home Appliance. Plus, they have recliners so you can relax and watch the game. Give Mike a call at 256-754-5052 or head down to the store at 11 Union Hill Road in Somerville. Owen Home Appliance. They'll treat you right.
Hey there, folks. Bob Baumhauer here. We're celebrating 40 legendary years here at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And to kick this off, we're coming in hot with our all-new Alabama Hot Chicken. Fresh southern fried chicken breast smothered in a blend of tangy, immune-boosting herbs and spices with a spicy finish. Served up with a side of homemade smoked Gouda cheese grits, Miss Mary southern greens, and garlic bread. And there's plenty more where that came from. Stop in today and celebrate with us. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Football season is here, and as always, the best place to catch every game is downtown at Humphreys Bar and Grill. Humphreys is celebrating by bringing back their game day football specials: $2.75 Miller Lite, Coors Light, Yingling, and $3.50 Yellowhammer Gold Pints, $4 Fireball shots. Anytime football is on. And don't forget football trivia every Sunday night at 6. The best place to catch all the games all season long is downtown at Humphreys Bar and Grill.
Thank all of our listeners listening to us in Gaston and Anniston on WKLS 105.9, 100.1 FM WLAY in Florence and Muscle Shoals, as well as our very good friends in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We thank you each for joining us each and every week here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. And we have just 3 weeks left of the regular season, and then we have 2 weeks left of the playoffs. So we only have 5 weeks left of this show. We've gone through 7 or 8 weeks. So time just keeps on ticking. and flying by, but we still keep having fun because the games are fun, and they just seem to mean a little bit more here as we get into the month of October. All right, we went through pretty much all of the 5A scores, the region standings. We need to get to 5A Region 6. We did not get to that before the break. But Moody is a 42-14 winner over St. Clair County. Lincoln over Springville 34-31. And Leeds over Alexandria 23-7. Let's get into Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8 we go. Randolph a 55-0 winner over DAR. Priceville over North Jackson 41-14. Westminster Christian Academy over Madison County 70-42. And it's St. John Paul II over New Hope 27-20. Class 4A Region 7. West Morgan over West Limestone 34-0. It's Wilson over East Lawrence 33-21. It was Deschler over Central Florence 45-21. And it was Brooks over Rogers 24-21. Class 4A Region 6, Haleyville over Curry, 46-6. Cherokee County over Fultondale, 60-0. Etowah over Hansville, 48-7. And Good Hope over Asheville, 20-7. Class 4A Region 5, Northside over Cordova, 20-19. Dora over Hamilton, 40-8. And it was Corner over Oak Grove, 20-12. Class 4A Region 4, Cleburne County over White Plains, 48-13. Jacksonville, they get a win over Munford, 31-13. And if I'm looking at Class 4A, trying to find here they are right here. This is what I was looking for. In Class 4A, Priceville in North Alabama, the 4th-ranked team. Anniston, your 2nd-ranked team in Class 4A. And I believe, let me just take a look here real fast. I want to do one thing with Anniston. Sorry, I'm kind of slowing down the progress here. But yes, Anniston was off this week. Anniston, your 2nd-ranked team in Class 4A, will be back in action next week as they are at Talladega and then Cleburne County to wrap up the regular season. Those are the last 2 games for Anniston in that Class 4A Region 4. All right, Class 4A Region 4, as we mentioned, it's White Plains. Cleburne County, a winner over White Plains, 48-13. Jacksonville over Munford, 31-13. And Handley over Talladega, 48-3. Again, Anniston, your 2nd-ranked team in all of 4A. They were off this week. Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
Class 3A Region 8. The top-ranked team in Class 3A, Martinsville Bible, a 56-0 winner over Phil Campbell. Colbert Heights over Colbert County, 28-12. It's Clements over Elkmont, 46-18. Class 3A Region 7, MA, Madison Academy over Vinemont, 49-7. JB Pennington over Brindley Mountain, 55-0. Danville over Asbury, 49-6. 3A Region 6, Piedmont, 45-10 winners over Glencoe. Ohatchee over Hoax Bluff, 21-7. Geraldine over Westbrook Christian, 16-13. And Plainview over Sylvania, 33-30. Class 3A Region 4, Randolph County, Sachs, and Beulah are winners. 2A Region 8, it's Lexington, Hatton, Falkville, they're winners. 2A Region 7, Whitesburg Christian, Fife, Pisgah, Collinsville are winners. Class 2A Region 6, Weston, Southeastern, they are winners. Cleveland's a winner as well. You are all winners for joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. We appreciate everybody for doing everything they can to make this show possible. We will be back at it next week as we crank it up for our Week 8 edition. Folks, take care. We'll see ya.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
The Braves are out to defend their world title, and it all starts now as the push to the playoffs heats up in Atlanta.
Next pitch to Riley. Swung on, hammered to deep center. Home run. There's a liner out towards center field. It will lay down. Base hit. Here comes Ronald. Braves win it.
High fly ball. Forget about it. It's another home run for Acuna.
YKTA wants you to join their team. YKTA is currently adding machine maintenance and die maintenance positions to their fast-growing company. YKTA has new improved work schedules with built-in days off. Pay range is $25 to $33 based on experience and additional shift differential. And YKTA has opportunities for increased pay above top range through advanced skills training. Apply today at yktal.com/careers. YKTA is an equal opportunity employer.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
There was only one loss between the two of them, and that was a loss Gordo had to Bibb County. Fayette was undefeated. They were both undefeated in 3A Region 5 play. Even the common opponents they had played, which were two different teams, the scores were almost identical. They were almost identical in points average per game offensively, number of points they were giving up. I mean, it was as even, Steven, as it could be on paper, and it just didn't pan out that way. Gordo really, I think, turned a lot of heads with their performance last night.
What is this Gordo team about? Tell us what did you see last night from Gordo that you said, oh, wow, didn't realize that or didn't know they were that good, or what caught you?
Well, a couple of things jumped out at me. First of all, I'll start with the second thing, then I'll go to the number one item. Their defense is really good. Their schemes are good. They've got the players on the defensive side. They've got size. They've got speed. They're aggressive. They put pressure on the opposing offense. They really did that to Fayette County last night. They really rattled the Fayette County quarterback in that game, and they've been doing that to a lot of teams because they've been playing well all year. And then the number one thing that jumps out at you watching them is, if you watch the game, you saw that they're pretty much led by their quarterback, Brax Garrison. He throws well. They have a really good controlled passing game, and then he is their leading rusher as well. He kind of reminds you of the Hayes kid from Piedmont, and their coach even referenced that in the interview after the game. As goes their quarterback, so goes their offense, and he's good. Brax Garrison is a really good player. He is a candidate for the 3A Player of the Year for sure.
All right, let's talk about Fayette County. Obviously, being undefeated coming into that game, they're going to be disappointed. I'm sure you and Coach Rhodes talked about this during the broadcast, but if you're Fayette County, what do you do now to kind of get back on track to sort of, okay, we messed up here. Let's get these things cleaned up.
Well, one thing they're going to do is they got to play a tough Winfield team next week, which will probably help them get their mind off the Gordo loss because Gordo only won their game with Winfield by 7. So it'll be a tough challenge for Fayette County, something that they can kind of put their minds on and put the Gordo loss behind them. And in their defense last night, they got the opening kickoff of the game, drove it right down the field, and then had a penalty, kind of got in a 4th and short situation, went for it, didn't make it, had their second offensive drive in the first quarter, same scenario. They moved the ball down the field, got a fourth down, went for it, didn't make it. I don't remember how many fourth downs, but there were 5 or 6 fourth downs in the game that they went for and did not make. So those were missed opportunities for them. So it's not like the score. I'm not sure if they played again, it would be that big of a margin. It was only a 14-0 game at halftime, and actually, it was a 7-0 game late in the first half. Fayette was driving and threw an interception that was basically a pick six because the Gordo defender ran it all the way back to the 1 yard line. They scored, and boom, it was 14-0 at halftime. Then the game got away from them in the second half.
Well, again, a surprising final score between two quality teams. Gordo 35, Fayette County nothing last night. Mickey, thank you so much for the time. We'll check in with you again next week.
Yeah, enjoy the visit. Thank you.
All right, Mickey Shadrax, play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV network, WOTM TV Game of the Week. Gordo 35, Fayette County nothing. All right, thank you very much, Mickey Shadrax. He had that Gordo Fayette County game, but again, it's like he said, it's a little bit deceiving on the final score. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a 35-0 shellacking. Game was 7-0 late in the second quarter.
I think by definition, though, 35-0 is a shellacking. So
I know.
I get what you're saying.
Games can get away from you.
And games do get away from you, but in the end, 35-0 sort of is what it is.
35-0.
Yeah.
You know, we got shut out. What can I tell you?
And I do have another. By the way, I want to do our games of the week. I want to reboot on that later on.
All right,
a new game for you.
We'll get into that in the open segment. Let's get into scores on the floor. It's brought to you by Wickedly Delicious Wickles Pickles. 2A, Luke.
Unbelievably, Fife wins again as the number one team in 2A. This time they win 70-14 over Sandrock. Of course, I was being facetious. Number 2, Highland Home 36, Barber County 14. It was number 3, Ayrton 49, Abbeville nothing. Number 4, Aliceville 52, Cold Springs 8. Number 5, Pisgah 41, North Sand Mountain 14. Number 6, Reeltown 48, Horseshoe Bend 9. Number 7, BB Comer 44, Thorsby 16. Number 8, Vincent defeated Woodland 34-0. Number 9, GW Long, they had the week, no, excuse me, they did not have the week off. They had Cottonwood. We just don't have a score for that one just yet. Number 10, Isabella 34, and Ranburn 7.
All right, some other scores now from around the 2A classification, where Chickasaw defeated Fruitdale 28-22, Clark County over J.U. Blackshear 20-0, Wicksburg over Sampson 48-10, Geneva County over Zion Chapel 34-12. It was Luverne over Goshen 28-21, Lynette defeats Lafayette 45-8. Lamar County over Sullivan 21-20. It was Tuscaloosa Academy over Winston County 34-8. Cleveland 36, Gaston 6, Spring Garden 28, Pleasant Valley 14. Locust Fork is defeated by Southeastern 14-12. West End over Holly Pond 49-26. Collinsville over Eider 41-12. Whitesburg Christian over Section 36-24. Falkville over Red Bay 28-6. Hatton over Sheffield 60-34, and Lexington over Tanner 52-20. We'll be right back to talk recruiting next.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Skag, the toughest name in lawnmowers. Unmatched quality and performance for over 3 decades. The clear choice, the best mower money can buy for work or at home. Top lawn care professionals and discerning homeowners know that Skag means productivity and reliability. Every Skag mower is proudly built right here in the USA. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best. Skag.
Satterfield Outdoor Living on Highway 280 in Alex City.
You want the best opportunity to be successful in life. You deserve that opportunity. Well, you just happens to be in our motto. Central to you, central to your success. Your future is right now. Don't wait. Make your dreams a reality by enrolling at Central Alabama Community College. Register today at cacc.edu.
The all-new Triple R Cafe in Rockford is open and the place for true Southern-style cooking. Open Tuesday through Saturday in downtown Rockford on US 231. The Triple R Cafe serves up true Southern cooking with a meat and 3 for lunch. And on Friday and Saturday, get the best dinners in the area with fresh from the garden vegetables. Gulf-style scallops and shrimp, and Bayou-style alligator. Central Alabama's new place for Southern-style cooking with a down-home atmosphere. That's the all-new Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford.
No monthly payments till after the holidays at Glenn Smith in Opelika.
Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. How about a brand new Chevrolet Buick or GMC with no payments till next year? New Chevy Equinox as low as $329 a month. New Buick Enclaves up to $5,000 off. New GMC Terrains up to $6,000 off.
Get 0% financing, no payments till next year at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, where we've arrived at our recruiting segment tonight. Joining us is Jason Caldwell, Auburn 24/7 Sports. And Jason is in Georgia tonight, headed towards Athens tomorrow, and going to see Langston Hughes High School over there tonight. Jason, how you doing?
Doing good, guys. How about y'all?
Very good.
Doing fantastic. So talk about some of the cats on Langston Hughes' team, because they've got, 30, 40 D1 prospects?
They got a bunch, that's for sure. Yeah. Obviously you start looking at it, and Bo Hughley is an offensive tackle, 4-star kid that's committed to Georgia, but a guy that's been to Auburn a bunch. Jelani Thurman, teammate that's a 4-star tight end. Really impressive looking athlete. He's one of those guys that you think about the future at the tight end position. You have 6'5", 225 or so, can run and stretch the field, but he's committed to Ohio State. But another guy that's been to Auburn a bunch, Josh Horton, is a 3-star defensive tackle committed to North Carolina, and he was dominant tonight. I mean, he could not be blocked. He was really good. I think a guy that probably maybe a little bit better than that rating might indicate for a guy like Josh Horton. But Terrence Love, Auburn commitment, 4-star safety, had, I think, a little bit of a concussion is what he told me. So they held him out tonight, and they didn't need him. It was 59. They won 59-0 tonight. But then Aaron Noland is I think a big-time 2024 quarterback, lefty, really good touch, really athletic guy. But he's a guy that throws the football, and so that's just a few of the guys. There's probably 3 or 4 other. I don't know if they're Power 5 guys, but they got 3 or 4 other D1 guys that I think can play. And, obviously they lost in the state championship game last year. They'll have a great chance to get back there this year and, see if they can finish it off.
So let's talk about some other guys around the state of Alabama. Look, pretty soon there's going to be a matchup between Jamarian Burnett at Andalusia and Jeremiah Cobb at Montgomery Catholic. Are those the 2 best running backs in the state right now?
Yeah, I don't know. There's some good ones. Alvin Henderson down at Elba's really good too. A young guy that's different kind of. They're 2 different kinds of backs. Jeremiah Cobb is quick, explosive. Now he's powerful. He runs a lot harder than his size might indicate. Jamarian Burnett's a big physical back. I mean, he's a big old kid, and so 2 different kinds of guys. And I think that's a game. I think in a couple of weeks they're getting ready to play, and probably going to be my landing spot here in a few weeks to watch that one on a Friday night. But 2 really good running backs, but again, 2 different types of guys. But I mean, it's not as big a position, it's not as deep a position as it has been the last few years in the state. But those are 2 guys that, I mean, you think about the 20, 30, and 24 classes that are pretty sure big time guys.
So we talk about them just about every week. It seems like James Smith and Quay Russell. Any update on their recruitments?
No, not really. They've back in Auburn last weekend, and they're still just kind of continuing to watch that. They'll be, they're staying at home, Alabama State, Jackson State this weekend. So Alabama State's going to have a couple of 5 stars watching the game this weekend, and they're still they're still one of the teams that's in that final group. But everybody, I think you kind of look at it, and Texas A&M was a team early on. Ohio State's still in there now, but I think most people feel like it's Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, one of those four teams. I think Florida's the team that's continuing to make a push, but I think most people would be shocked if it wasn't one of those four schools in the end.
Jason, get some rest and head over to Athens tomorrow. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Jason Caldwell joining us, Auburn 24/7 Sports, for our recruiting segment there. You mentioned the running back position. There's some running backs out there who, over the last couple of years, we heard a lot about as underclassmen, and we're not hearing. I think about a Ronnie Royal. I think some of these guys maybe we're not hearing as much now that they're seniors, maybe having production slipped or whatever. But I guarantee you, coaches still know where they are.
Oh, there's no doubt. And Ronnie Royal will actually he will be in next year's class. Right. He's a really good player. But Alvin Henderson, who you mentioned at elbow, had 412 yards last night.
Wow.
He's only a sophomore. And then, of course, Jamarian Burnett at Andalusia. He's going to be taking a visit to Alabama tomorrow, I know. And he is a guy that just runs over everybody, it seems like. Jeremiah Cobb, he really is quick and a lot of fun playing for the number one team in 4A.
All right, Scores on the Fours now brought to you by Wickedly Delicious Wickles Pickles. Luke, 1A.
All right, 1A, you've got, we talked about Elba. They win 62-28 behind Alvin Henderson last night. Number 2, Leroy. They defeat Southern Choctaw 54-6. Number 3, Linden, and number 4, Brantley both had the week off. Number 5, Valley Head, they defeat Appalachian. That game was played last night, 34-28. Number 6, Spring Garden, they take care of Pleasant Valley, 28-14. Number 7, Meek, they're 7-0 now, and they win 63-0 over Shoals Christian. Number 8, Lochapoka, they defeat Otagoville 22-18. Number 9, Sweetwater 45, Keith nothing. And number 10, Milry was going to play J.F. Shields, but that game was canceled. I don't see the reason, though.
All right, 1A and some other scores. McIntosh over Choctaw County, 24-7. It was Florala over McKenzie, 72-38. It was Houston County over Pleasant Home, 42-21. Kinston over Red Level, 35-0. R.C. Hatch over Marengo, 30-6. University Charter over A.L. Johnson, 62-18. Maplesville over Billingsley, 51-14. Verbena over Calhoun, 40-0. Lynn over Brilliant, 45-6. Pickens County over Holy Spirit Catholic, 60-0. It was Hubbardville over Berry, 41-8. Marion County over Summerton Christian, 38-7. Raglan over Winterboro, 38-8. Wadley over Victory Christian, 47-0. Coosa Christian defeats Cedar Bluff, 41-14. Cherokee over Vina, 34-8. Hackleburg over Phillips, 50-34. And R.A. Hubbard Waterloo, it looks like, was also canceled tonight. And that is Scores on the Fours, brought to you by Wickedly Delicious Wickles Pickles. We'll talk Foley Lions football when we come back with Clark Stewart here on the AHSAA Radio Network.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
After a long, hot summer, there's nothing quite like the cool, crisp mornings of fall in Huntsville, Alabama. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's time to get out there. Whether it's hunting, camping, boating, biking, or kayaking, we've got the F-150 to take you there. It's truck month at Woody Anderson Ford, and we've got 2022 F-150s in stock on the lot, ready for your driveway today. And with your good credit, get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months. This offer ends 10/31. Being the best-selling truck in America for 44 years in a row is no small feat. But I promise you, if you come drive an F-150, you'll understand. Woody Anderson Ford has nearly 100 F-150s to choose from and lots of colors and option packages. One of these is right for you. Truck month at Woody Anderson Ford. Exceptional deals on all our trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. And a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Woody Anderson Ford, corner of Jordan and Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
Here's something to get your tailgating in gear this football season. Brooks & Collier have the perfect selection of outdoor furniture for your dream backyard and the biggest selection of grills from Big Green Egg, Traeger, Blaze, Memphis, and Montalpi. Football season is grilling season. Lucy and Ivy, they're just waiting on something to fall off the grill. And remember, you could qualify for 12 months deferred interest with Synchrony Bank. Brooks & Collier, 813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's North Alabama Mortgage.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly to partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s. It'll be a beautiful evening for Friday night football. A mostly clear sky. Temperatures dropping into the upper 40s and lower 50s as we head into the later part of the overnight and then early into your Saturday morning. Plenty of sunshine through Saturday afternoon, but it is actually going to be on the cooler end of the spectrum. Temperatures climbing just into the upper 60s and lower 70s, dropping into the low and mid 40s through the overnight early Sunday morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. In that moment, you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready when it matters most.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you as we go back to the Southeastern Land Group hotline now. We're going to talk to Clark Stewart, WHEP in Foley, Alabama, where the Foley Lions are coming off a 2-game road winning streak, getting a win last night at Alma Bryant, 55-32. And, of course, last week we talked about in length on last week's show that 1-point win, 39-38 at Fairhope. That's a 2-game win streak now. Clark, it's got to have the Foley Lions feeling pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of excitement. And, of course, last week, the 39-38 victory over number 2 Fairhope. Our biggest win as a 7A team, I don't think we've beaten the number 2 team, so that was huge. And, you go back through the history and say, well, how many number 2 teams, you're going back through our 100 years, not many times have we defeated a number 2 team. And to do it their place, we both wear blue and gold, so there's a battle. There's a battle of the blue and gold trophy that gets exchanged. They've held it for the past several years. We brought it home this year, so that was all exciting. And then to go to Alma Bryant, and it was the perfect scenario for a trap game. And Bryant came out with a great game plan. We jumped to an early lead, 13-0, but you fear the letdown, and sure enough, here comes Bryant, and they take the lead. And actually had a lead at halftime. We come out in the third quarter, ultimately take control late in the third quarter to on the way to a 55-32 victory. But